When I moved to Washington, D.C., and I would see homelessness on the streets, I had this horrible thought that, oh, why can't they get a job? Why can't they just work hard and they wouldn't have to live on the street? Um, I I was very fortunate to, after I worked at the American Humanist Association, to work for an organization called the National Law Center on Homelessness and Poverty. I was very interested in this work because I was completely unaware of people experiencing homelessness and the issues that they had to deal with. And it truly opened my eyes. This is not as simple as get a job. I mean, these are human beings who are people who have fallen on very difficult times through a lot of circumstances that had nothing to do with who they are and decisions that they've made in their life. These are real people with real stories, with real families. And a lot of people also don't know that, people experiencing homelessness is often temporary. People sometimes look at somebody and think that they've been on the street for years, and some have, but some are, in transition. Some are, maybe, they've lost a job and they're looking to move forward. But this is the only way that they can survive. And so I was really grateful to work for that organization because, also I had the thought that, people experiencing homelessness, why don't, they're violating laws, we should just put them in jail. And, the Law Center had established a campaign called Housing, Not Handcuffs. And I learned so much about the money that we spend having police remove people from the streets only for them to be, in jail. That costs a lot of money. And then when they leave, they're back on the streets again. And then it's even more difficult for them to get a job, to get housing. I mean, so it's a cycle. It's a terrible cycle. And so I completely changed my mind about people experiencing homelessness. I came with a lot greater compassion and empathy and understanding about where they come from. And now I've decided that the solution to solving homelessness is housing, period.